Hey guys, sorry about the late night. It's Gadget and it's 11:30 here on January 6, 2017. And today I wanted to talk about things because it started from last night. All right? Well, you got a couple of funny videos and everything, but it seems that once again I have comments on my YouTube and it's from people who are not allowed to comment. They are blocked. And they're blocked for a reason because of how they treated me and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to tell you people. You need to send everything through, how do I put it? You need to send everything through the P.O. box and everything because I'm not going to see these comments. If you're on that list of the people who bullied me and everything and threatened me because YouTube has all your comments and everything and were named and everything, your stuff's not going to get through. It'll just show there are seven comments. And also, because of the way you guys spoke to me, YouTube has put a filter on any comments that are made, so you cannot curse me out or anything. Okay? So, you guys, your stuff is under review. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So you see what happens when you try to comment on my page, people, when you are in the wrong and everything? It's gonna go on deaf ears. Just wanted to let you know that. Okay? Also, the universe was playing with me since last night. Now, okay, we know family sucks, right? We know family has their own opinion of things and they don't want to get to know people and they want to be stupid and everything, right? Doesn't make anything less of you. You're nothing, no, right? You're not, you have to be a leader and not a follower. If you follow everything everybody does and say, wait a minute, something's wrong here, and still follow them, something is wrong with you. But if you try, even though you know you have to respect your family and everything, but if it's still people that will not bend because they don't want to get to know you because they only are set in their own ways, you got to walk away. And that's why we keep telling me about Christopher, keep telling me about things with my family, right? I did. I walked away from my cousins and everything, right? Here's a prime example of how people, like I said, prejudge you. I have brand new cousins from Ireland that I had just met. And like their dad says, my Uncle Tony, life is too short to hold grudges, to hold everything, right? Life is too short. They are happy they found me and everything. So instead of everyone being happy that my dad is still alive, that my Uncle John is still alive, that my Uncle Noli's still alive, that we don't know if my Uncle Tommy's still alive, but we know that Tony's alive and everything, right? We know this now, that the brothers are, except for one brother, we know they're all alive, right? And here comes my grandmother's sister's granddaughter, Susie, who blocked me because I don't know why. And that's okay. To each his own. But she came out of the gate already cursing me out and blaming me for things my grandparents did. Don't do that. I don't know you. According to my mother, you were a brat when you were there and you were 2, when she met you. You're 2 years older than me. Okay? So, you know what I mean? According to everybody, she's strong-willed. Fine. She doesn't want to get to know me. Just don't blame me for my grandparents. All right? Go have your life, go have your fun and everything. Just don't blame me for my grandparents. But long story short, all right? So that was one thing, but I thought it was the internet at first because my internet had gone out. We had an outage because of the snow and everything. Then, lo and behold, last night, I'm surfing through things, right? And I'm setting up my Instagrams because I have to do some pictures and I have to get live feeds done and everything. And it says, here are some suggestions of people, networking and stuff, right? Yeah, not good. Mm-mm. Instagram dug up something that I thought was dead. Dead and buried. Never to be hearken my door ever again. And I'm not talking about Christopher Graham John Fuel. There was another English bloke. Oh, there was. And I was very kind to him, very whatever, and he stabbed me in the friggin' back. But that's okay. Right? I thought I was done with that and everything. Right? No. It shows up on my Instagram. Looking more distinguished. Not as thin as he used to be. But Joey Studley showed up on my page. Joseph Studley, who lives in Bristol, England. Yeah. He's only got 2 pictures on the Instagram, a few followers, and I'm sitting there going like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Okay. So, I really wanted to make sure this was him and not somebody else playing a joke on me. All right? All I did was say I graduated, blah, 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 and I sent a picture. That's it. I have not heard back. But to have Instagram hash up that old, let's just say Joey's the reason I have Shadow. Because if it wasn't for me racing home to call him, I would not have found Shadow. So yes, I can thank him for helping me have Shadow, because Shadow has been the only thing that's been loving me and caring about me, you know? If it wasn't for Shadow, I wouldn't have known what I have. He prevents me from having attacks with my costochondritis, fibromyalgia. So yes, I have to thank Joey for that. So I figured, you know what, right? Everything okay and stuff, right? So I get up. I can't walk. I'm done. I can't walk. So what do I have to take? The stronger stuff. But because I have to work and I can't take that stuff when I'm at work, because I have to take 400 milligrams once a day, or when the pain is bad, right? Otherwise I have to go to the other stuff and, right, piggyback stuff. I took half a pill. I thought maybe half would get me through the day, right? No, never doing that again. Oh, I had no pain, was able to walk. But towards the end of the day, when I started to crash, I started to crash. I'm thanking God it was towards the end of the day when I was coming home, because I was falling asleep on the bus. All right? If I fell asleep at work, I would have been, you know what I mean? I would have lost pay. No. Then they tell me, oh, you could have called out, but it's a Friday. You don't call out on a Friday. In any job you ever have, no matter how sick you are, do not call out on a Friday. I'm telling you that right now. I know from experience, because I used to be a manager. I used to be HR and everything. You never, never call out on a Monday or a Friday. Call out on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. All right? You don't do those. Those are the 2 days you do not call out. And when I already have Mondays off, I will push myself if I have to go crawling into that job. Okay? You don't do that. And then, right before I came into work this morning, we have a gas station that plays music. Because it's supposed to, and you hear it through the whole thing, right? You hear the whole music. What song has to be playing as I turn the corner to go into my job? I'll give you 3 guesses, but I could tell you it anyway. It'd be easier. One Direction, What Makes You Beautiful. Mine and Christopher's song. He won't admit it's our song, but it's the song that played the minute I saw him first on Skype, when it was on his radio or whatever it was on, and it was on my iTunes or my radio. Okay? Yeah. Okay? So how do you think I felt all day today? And then to top it off, I was put into the courtrooms and the front counters. That was a story and a half itself. Okay? So yes, I have been going like a mad dash, everything, like you name it, all day today. But to have my ex from when I first started college, when I was having a bad thing with my knee and everything, so that was like 2011, around that time and everything, right? So we say about 6 years ago, because Shadow's about going to be 6 years old, right? To have mine and Christopher's song be played at the gas station. And then to almost pass out on the bus because of the crashing from the pain medicines and everything. Right? So then I come home. And what happens when I come home? I'm thinking, I didn't have to stop anywhere. I got home early. I thought I could just sit down, relax, and then I'll just clean the bathroom, do something, right? But then I said, oh wait, tonight's the night that the girl does the pearls. I'll buy 1 pearl. But then I said, you know what? Let me buy 3. This will be the last time I buy 3, because I have some extra money somewhere else that I had saved up, because it was still part of birthday money, and it was still, because I had used my birthday money for a bill, and I said, you know what? No. I'm going to use my birthday money for this thing, and then I'll buy 1 pearl a day, every other day. You know what? So I'm only spending like you know what I mean? $20, $40, you know, just to buy a pearl. Right? Because I'm making myself a necklace, right? It's called Once Upon a Pearl, guys. It's a really nice. So I ordered that, did that, blah, 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 everything, right? After I got done with that, I'm sitting on the computer. I'm trying to set up everything, thank you, for Skype and everything and stuff. And I get a phone call. Okay. I had to paraphrase it for somebody, what was said, because they have children in the house. And if I have to say what I have to say on here on YouTube, they will shut me down for vulgar language. I know people curse more on here and everything, but no. Okay? So, people. It seems Samantha had called me again. with a different accent again this time, trying to apologize for all of you and everything that's going on, and asking me when certain people were going to visit and everything, and telling me that she will be going out on dinner with Christopher because he's going to propose to her, and that I'm paraphrasing, wasn't worth anything to Christopher. I was just a toy. And that she's been over his house. And I said, really? You've been over his house? So tell me what's in his house. That's all I kept hearing was, no, tell me. If you've been over his house, tell me what's in the house. He has a PlayStation. I said, oh, everybody knows he has a PlayStation. I was waiting to see if she'd tell me something that only some people would know. And there's a couple of things in there that if you know they're there, I would believe you. You know? But everyone knows he has a PlayStation. Everyone knows he has the laptop. Everyone knows he has the TV. Everyone knows he has all the game systems. You know? Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, okay. And then she had to go because he was calling her on her phone and everything. That she says, kiss, kiss, right? And don't worry, if you ever see him, you just can't do certain things with him anymore because we'll be married and we're planning the wedding in June. And I was like, really? Because, you know, I said the other day, someone called me and said that Christopher was going to propose to me at Torchwood Tower. And he got mad because the trip got all messed up and everything and didn't get a chance to propose to me. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then they hung up the phone. Samantha said, oh, I got to go, love. I got to go, sweetie. Bye. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay. Guess where this is going? Right onto YouTube. So like I said to you people before, who is it? Who is pretending to be who? Who is trying to drive me and Christopher nuts? Who is trying to slander Christopher as well as trying to make me feel like, trying is the word, thinking that I do feel like I'm nothing? No. I've come to the conclusion that you people really did not want Christopher happy. And that is sad. That I will say is sad. I'm used to being not happy because I'm used to being disappointed because that's what life is. Sometimes you get disappointed. So I know how to bounce back from being disappointed. He doesn't like me? Oh well. Let me cry a little bit, get it out of my system, and then I go meet the next person. Okay? So I don't understand what you guys were succeeding in because to me, you guys are acting like idiots and asses. I can bounce back as soon as I do my grieving process. Him, on the other hand, I don't know anymore. This is destroying him more than anything because, that's the only thing I can presume after the way he treated me and stuff. I told you guys, I didn't start this war. I was disrespected by all of you, including him. He begged his parents for me to go out there. He asked me to stay the extra 2 weeks. I was only going to go out for a wedding. Okay? And I got alienated because people made him make up his mind, and two people knew before I was even out there that I was done with him. You can't keep throwing people away, Christopher, for your own enjoyment or anything, or other people's enjoyment. If they liked seeing us fight, that's sad. Also, the fact that someone else called and said, we got to lock you two in a room to get this out of your system, or this is going to continue on. And I said, no, it's not going to continue on, because the only reason it continues on is because it just tells me that you guys just want to be miserable. And the reason I relay it back is to show you guys this is what you act like around me. Because according to Christopher, his friends do no wrong. So if it isn't you guys, but I do have proof that it is some of you guys, that's why I don't believe if you guys continuing it or not, because you already showed me your true colors, that you didn't want to get to know me and you acted all like prejudgmental, stupid people. If you only talked with me twice, you didn't sit with me. Why didn't like a sister? I know you're busy and everything, but you could have just sat with me. Not the little table thing we had, not the little play, not the little whatever, right? Or not at the hospital. Or anything. You could have just, let me go over to the house and just a girls' day. My mother, her, and let's just do a girls' day, right? Or something. Let's just talk. Go to the pub, talk, right? Even all of you guys, Christopher, let's just grab her. We'll go to the pub. We'll all talk. Ask questions. Ask everything. Did any of you think of that? No. By you guys not wanting to get to know me, it just proved to me that I was right. that you guys were hiding something, that you guys choose to prejudge people, and you just basically really jumped the gun on things because you already had made up your minds, and that's not right. So I just wanted to fill you in on that, people, and everything. That's how my day has been. The only good thing out of it is that I bought myself some pearls. Yes, I don't really have enough, but remember, I have birthday money and Christmas money. And I treated myself to something. Now I have to cut back on it because now I have to deal with making sure my business is on par, on point. I will buy myself one pearl, well, technically 2 a week because she does it twice a week until she does the bigger sales, you know? But I want something for me because you know what would have been nice? If people ask me what I like I like blue roses. I really do. That's something simple to get me. The oysters, the clams, you know, those things where they take the pearls out of them and everything, and you know, that's something I would like. You know, a coloring book, you know, things like that. I am the most simplest person going. A crochet hook with yarn. I'm like a cat. Give me yarn. You know, meow, meow. Give me yarn. Give me yarn. You know, give me yarn. You know, meow, meow. You know, give me yarn. You know, give me yarn. Okay. I really don't get you people. I really don't. Other people have met me, they're fine with me. Most of them say lock me in a room also with Christopher and just let us go at it. Both of us. He never yells. I want him to yell. The day I started yelling was the best day of my life. When I could yell back at people who were hurting me. You know? I told a bunch of people I thought were my friends, go F off, you know? I told you guys, go F off, because I don't know. I didn't give you permission to belittle me. Okay? Enough is enough. Ouch. I got tinfoil up here. Enough is enough. All right? I'm dealing with stuff here. I'm getting on with my life. Now, if you guys think this is making me sad, no, it's making me think that you just want to make him hurt more. And that's not right either. But then again, he also disrespected me and hurt me. So where would I find somebody that's actually nice to me? You know? So guys, like I said, I'm working on things. I'm doing things. I'm taking care of me. And I'm not letting you guys stop me. You can call, use your burner phones, everything, call me every name in the book, what I did to him and everything. But until he tells the truth, until he tells everybody the truth, and doesn't lie like other people have lied to me to get out of things and pretend to be somebody they're not, I'm just going to have to leave it as you guys bullying me and stuff. Thinking that it's going to go on, you know? No, I'll just keep reporting it here and doing everything I need to do. Because my life is getting together. Everything is good. I just haven't had time to do editing because I want to make sure my editing program is right. So that I can actually do things, you know what I mean? So that I can get these videos up. Instead of them being an hour long on here, I can edit them down to what I need to edit it down to. I just want to make it clear, people. If you didn't do anything wrong and someone is doing something to you, doesn't it feel in the same way as if you're doing it to me? Do you see what I mean? So either be on my side and help me fix this and find out who the friggin' bullies are, or if you really are the bullies and don't want to admit to it, then that's on you. Forget the whole friggin' ass story. Because I'm tired of this, you know? I am so friggin' tired of everything. It is not funny. Okay? And none of you can comment that are blocked. So don't even waste your comments. If you want me to hear what you have to say, I'll read them on here when you mail them to my P.O. box. All right? Because right now, enough's enough. Things are, you know what I mean? You have to understand this, where I'm coming from. I loved him. I probably still love him if I actually could talk to him. But that's like everyone said. We have to be put just me and him. None of you guys and none of my friends. No, you know what I mean? We have to just be us in the room. That's it. Talk it out. No video cameras, no nothing, no Skyping. In the physical, you know, right in front. Here, people, you know? It has to be done to either end this or to find out what the hell is going on. because I am tired of everybody picking on me because his sorry ass lied. And he did lie. He told half truths, which still counts as a lie. So this is a short vlog. It's almost time for anything. All I wanted to say was this. Stop it. Enough is enough. This is going to keep going on until somebody's going to just, because you guys want to create a show. And I thank you for that because it gives me ratings and everything. But there's more to life than anything. There's a lot more to life than just being bullies and everything. Enough. Why is Christopher and me not allowed to be happy? Well, technically I'm happy anyway. You know why I'm happy? I have a four-legged animal running around here. I have my life. I actually have a life, I basically, right? I'm an artist. I draw things. I create things and stuff. I have things to live for. I don't need somebody in my life that's not going to be part of my life. Sometimes you don't need somebody. Sometimes you've already found the one. And you're just there to be the one. If it works, why mess it up? That's what I never understood. You don't have to need somebody. Like romance and everything. Romance is a concept, an idea. Physical is physical. Emotional is emotional. They are not the same. There's a conceptual idea and there's a metaphysical idea. And then there's the physical. You gotta do your research. Because romance is just the candles. Okay, romantic and romance is the action in the sense of I have a candlelight dinner, I have a ring, I have a necklace, I have flowers. That is very romantic. Okay? Let's see, romance. Romance, like smooth talking, all this stuff, right? Then you have the physical, which is then the kissing, the vibes, if you get along with the person. You don't have to say, I don't know why I don't need you. The reason why you don't need the person is because you already have the person. You already found the one. You're feeling what you're feeling because you found them. That you don't need to look anymore. You don't need to keep hunting because you already found them. Your heart is telling you, this is the one. Now I want to start making it more intimate. And that's another thing. Intimacy. You can make it intimate, which is a different word. It's a concept word. Intimate physical. Get it? That's another type of word. Okay? All these words, if you look at it and everything and study it, okay? Some people who have never been in love don't know what love is. And I, as an empath, don't feel things the way other people feel. So it's hard for me to distinguish things and stuff, yes. But at the same time, I can also feel what you're feeling. And when you're hiding stuff and when you're fighting with yourself. I could feel a fight going on because fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of everything. Not understanding that you fell. Not understanding. This is an example of everything, guys. I don't know to this day if Christopher fell. And that's why it's confusing the hell out of him. I don't know if it's that he's trying to figure out who he is. And that's okay. But you didn't let us try. You put all these thoughts in his head that I am the most evilest person going when I'm not. All because people got jealous of me. All because I did not cater to you people. I don't do that. I don't baby people. That's the wrong thing to do. I treat you like an adult even with a disability. I take it as an insult when people treat me like a baby because of my dyslexia. I would rather do it myself and learn than have someone do it for me. The only times I needed people to do things for me is because my handwriting friggin' sucks or I was never taught something. Otherwise, I will learn it on my own. And if I can't do it, I can't do it. But I will never have anybody treat me like a baby the way you guys treat him. Doing everything for him. He will never know what it's like to be independent. And that's what got you guys pissed, because I was teaching him how to be independent and he was breaking away from you. And no one wants to admit that, not even him. Because, yeah, he's not going to know what to do on his own. He's going to sit in his room and play video games because that's all people ever said he was good enough for. Do you see what I mean? That's all you ever said, people, that he was good enough for. Luke even paints him as he is such an invalid. Do you know why I sympathized with him on that and everything? People calling him an invalid, because you guys don't know him. If you're going to say he can't handle the world, he can't handle anything, that's on you guys for not teaching him and letting him stay in a fugue state, infantile state. People make me out to be that I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's wrong too. So what I'm going to say to you guys is this, if this camera didn't freeze on me or anything, right? Enough is enough. He is not a child. He may be handicapped if he is. I'm handicapped. But I will never in my life let someone treat me like a child ever again. Unless I have to have something explained to me, because I've never done it and don't know how to do it. Because I've never needed to have to do it, and then I have to learn really fast. I don't want to be treated like I can't. That's okay. No. I like to be treated like an adult. Okay? I figured he would too at 33. You know? I know some Down syndrome people. I also know some people with Asperger's that do not act like this. Okay? And I'm not talking about people on my Facebook page. I'm talking about people in real life that I've known my whole life who do not want to be treated like a child. You guys got to remember, Facebook is Facebook, but I have a life outside of Facebook. Facebook just keeps me in touch with some family members and everything. That's how I use my Facebook. Business things and stuff like that, say hi to people and everything. I don't live by Facebook. I just started this YouTube concept thing. I don't even know what half of those emojis mean. Okay? I'm trying to tell you people this. Enough is enough. Fix this now. Stop it. And either get him here so I can have a discussion with him, or you guys find a way to get me there or something, or a neutral territory where me and him are in a room to discuss this, just me and him. Because I am tired of everyone putting their friggin' ass 2 cents in, because my friends do it too, but you know what? There's a difference with me and him. I take it as advice and I say, okay, how does this work from people who also are miserable motherfuckers, who have fights with their things, but they stay together. They're allowed to fight. Why am I not allowed to fight with Christopher? He thinks it's wrong and interprets it as, oh, if we fight, it's the end. It's the end. I was making him in a positive light, and you guys are bringing him back down. Okay? Enough. I have things to do here. And I just wanted to make it clear that, yes, the universe played a nice, cruel joke on me today. But that's okay. It was a test to see what I would do. And I'm glad I actually fly through under the radar and everything. Here and there. But you know what? I feel sorry for those who don't know what it's like to be very independent if you have to depend on people. Even though I depend on my dad for some things, I am the most independent person you can think of. Okay? I'm on my own. I do things. I know how to take a bus. I know how to do things. Okay? People think I can't do that because of dyslexia. And yet I prove every day. People told me I would never graduate college, and I did. Because everyone wants to paint the picture that if you're handicapped, there's always something wrong with you. Yeah, there is. But it's once you know how to figure out everything and fix everything and act like an adult and know how to do things and ask for help when you need help and not fake it every time, then yeah. Thank you. So guys, I'll leave you with this tonight. It's a 30-minute one. I'm tired. I got things to do. I'm going to try to get some sleep. And it's midnight, and I'm ending it that way. So guys, have fun. Happy New Year. Happy whatever. And like I said, if you want to contact me, mail me it. Because all of you that are blocked, you're not getting on. So bye.